and there's something rattling inside. Well, it should be flapping from one side to the other. I'm going to put the scalpel down before I stab myself in the arm with it. Why does this not want to come off at the front? Amazing oscillation. Again, we have got bits broken off. I was hoping that I'd be able to fix this, or it would be an easy fix, and it's not. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Very bad feeling about this. Hello there.
Hello there. Today we are going to be seeing if we can repair this vintage Kenner Y-Wing, which I bought recently in the Toy Zone Toy Fair here in the Netherlands. Now, the reason why I'm going to be taking it to pieces is because, well, and the undercarriage seems to be all floppy. Inside here, there should be a connecting rod that connects to the switch here, which operates the landing gear. So you can see there the rear landing gear. That seems to be operating perfectly, but it's not making any connection to this. And I am a little bit scared that those connecting rods have broken off inside, because I have rattled it around and there's something rattling inside.
Very bad feeling about this.
Now, the stripping down and everything I will do off camera, and every now and then I will obviously film a bit and let you know how we're getting on. I have not even checked the electrics on this. We do have a little button at the back here.
A few moments later.
So I'm going to press the button here on the back, and we're going to see and hear if it makes any noise. It should make, as I say, that classic 80s noise, and the gun should move. Oh, but it definitely makes the noise, and that gun is trying to move. But it should be flapping from one side to the other, and strafing the bad guys. So I'm guessing if that just comes off like that, and you can see there's the little connecting rod down there. Oh, it's not moving at all now. Okay, so that's also broken. So we're going to have a look at that. These stickers on the roof here, well, these are not original, and I have looked online at a sticker page, and then for the Y-Wing, and they don't even exist. So I think someone has been very creative and taken them from a different vehicle. I don't even know if it was Star Wars, and they stuck it on the canopy there. So what I'm going to do is take the canopy off, just soak that in water, and we're going to get those stickers off there. So I think it does kind of spoil the aesthetics a little bit. Also, talking of stickers, to open this thing up, we are going to have to sacrifice this sticker, and these stickers on the motor. Now, I am going to try and carefully peel these ones off and hope that the glue is old enough that they just break off. If not, and it's not going to come apart, then I am going to try and cut through them with a scalpel, so you don't really notice the cut anymore. Now, luckily, they do have these engine vents that go on the back. These are just held on by friction, so they pull off quite easily. If you're going to take them off, obviously do it carefully with a little bit of a twist and a pull, so you don't break anything. But as I say, these cover these stickers, so we're not going to notice if we cut those really. But these ones will be a little bit of a shame if we damage them too much, although saying that, this one is actually damaged in here already. So there you go. I guess we'll just be making it worse, won't we? Again, probably when it's on display, we're not going to notice that. It's not something I'm going to deliberately go out and have to get new stickers and do everything. Once I've stripped it down, I also want to give it a bit of a clean up, because it is quite dusty. Some nice 40-year-old dust on there. So to strip it down, we have 2 screws here on the top, and I believe there are 10 screws underneath. And it all looks quite simple and easy to remove everything. So without further ado, I'm going to take the batteries out and take the screws out. Right, I have taken out all the screws. I have also, there was more stickers than I thought had to be cut through. So this one that was damaged had actually ripped along the seam anyway. There's also this sticker here on the side. Also on the inside here is a sticker. And then the same on the other wing, obviously. And then here behind, you can just see this sticker here and this sticker here. So that was a bit more than I anticipated. I've taken the canopy off. I'm going to put the scalpel down before I stab myself in the arm with it. Yes, so I've taken the canopy off. I said I was going to soak it, but I didn't realize, hey, there's a sticker on the inside, which is actually a pretty cool little feature. In fact, the cockpit is really cool on these Y-Wings. I don't remember there being any stickers on my old one that I had as a kid. I bought it secondhand from a boot fair back in the late 1980s, I guess. But it's really cool. This is one of my favorite of the Star Wars fighters, actually. I really love this shape, but that's by the by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take the plexiglass, the plastic out of this, and then I can just soak the thing, and I'll do that off camera. But now let's see if we can actually open this up. It is coming loose. It's quite a thing. I'm going to try and do it very, very gently. I don't know if there's springs inside that are going to poke me in the face. For whatever reason, it doesn't want to come off at the front. Oh, and I can already see inside. Oh, this, it looks like the mechanism for the gun. So that's why that doesn't work. Why does this not want to come off at the front? Okay, I'm going to stop filming so that I can be comfortable doing this. I'll be back in a second.
12 seconds later.
I think it just needed a bit of brute force to get that front clip open. So now we can remove the entire top section, which is pretty cool. I'm also going to clean this up a little bit. As I say, it's got lots of dust on it. It's one of my favorite things, cleaning vintage toys and making them all nice and shiny again. Although, yeah, it's plastic, it shouldn't shine. Okay, little laser cannons come out the front. They just pop out like that. This one's rather bent, so I can put that in some warm water, straighten that one up. Put those in with the screws. The canopy or the seat just comes out, so that just needs a bit of a clean up. Pretty cool. Oh, some 1980s electronics there. All pretty fascinating stuff. So why is my landing gear not working? The landing gear seems to be buried underneath the motor. Oh, I can see why that looks like it's broken off there.
I got a bad feeling about this.
On closer inspection, it would seem that this gear needs to go here, so that it actually comes in line with the motor gear there. But there's nothing to hold it in place. It looks like it should have a rod or something in there. So I'm going to have to see if I can create something to hold that in place. It's rather strange that it seems to be missing. So there's no bits broken off inside the vehicle itself. So maybe someone has taken that to pieces earlier, or it's fallen out somewhere. So it's a real shame. This bit does seem to be broken off there, but I'm not sure exactly what that does. So because we have this bit just goes on there like that, and then we have the arm sort of sits in there like that, and then connects to this bit. So when that turns around, it oscillates. Amazing oscillation. So that seems to be what's wrong with the cannon. Let's pop all those bits in with the screws so we don't lose them. And then with the landing gear, then this really is confusing. I think, again, we have got bits broken off, because if you look in there, you can see the bottom of the landing gear, but it should be connected to these, and it does look like it's got two bits sheared off both sides. So it looks like it should have an L shape attached to it. And I'm not sure if I can actually repair that. That might be beyond my abilities. So yeah, I'm going to have a look and see what I can do, and we'll come back to it.
Eventually.
Yes, after further investigation, this is the front landing gear. You can see exactly the same place on both sides. The mechanism has sheared off. It's gone. It's completely gone. I'm a little bit disappointed, because I was hoping that if it was broken, I would find the broken bits and be able to repair them. But this being like this, I don't know how to remake it. I'm sure there is a way, but I'm not as good as Toy Polloi at making parts. So if you can hear a hint of disappointment in my voice, it's because I was hoping that I'd be able to fix this, or it would be an easy fix, and it's not. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I think I am going to just clean this up, because that's an easy thing to do whilst I think about how to repair this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this thing has kept me busy for the past week, trying to think how I could repair that landing gear. I came up with many ideas, and the end solution was to make it like this. Now, luckily, I do have quite a few remote control car bits and bobs over, and these are two spare servo arms that I had, which, as you can see, I've had to butcher them down quite a bit to actually make them fit, especially the one you're seeing now on the right hand side, because, well, I'll show you why in a minute. So yeah, I fitted those on with two bolt screws. They're tapped all the way through, so they keep everything solid. There's no glue involved in this, because glue just wouldn't hold it. It would have the force is sort of pushing it that way. It would just or that way, and that would just rip it off of the original foot there. It was a bit scary because it involved drilling holes in the vintage plastic as well. I could have just gone down the route of having a 3D printed part made, or order something from the internet, but though they come out okay, I guess, but the plastic doesn't match the rest, and I wanted to have sort of like that authentic looking vintage look to it. Anyway, further, I've got two M4 bolts here coming through, and they just fit without splitting the plastic of the servo, and then we can attach the mechanism that holds it all in place and operates it like so. So what I'll do now is I'll fit this into the ship, and then we will come back and have a look and see if it works.
No, no, no! This one goes there, that one goes there, right?
Right, Now everything is fitted back into the ship. It was quite easy to do. I really could have done it on camera, to be fair. Now if I operate the lever at the back here, it should operate the mechanism. You can see there the foot, everything's in, and it should pull the landing gear up and down and up and down. So there you go, and that has fixed that particular part. Now the other part that was broken was the gun mechanism from the motor. So what we have got here, this is the original plate, and I have added here, you can just see this black bit here, that is a part of a sprue, also from a Tamiya kit, to replace the rod that was missing. I've also had to cut out some of the back pieces here to make it fit around my sort of modified repair. So I'm going to screw that back in and put all the gears back in, put some batteries in it, and we'll see if it works. Just a quick note, I did say I had to do quite a few modifications here to make it fit, and the reason is because of this large gearing that goes on here that then operates the gun mechanism. As you can see, it's all very tight in there when that comes back and puts the landing gear down. Well, I have now rebuilt the gun mechanism here, the gun turret. I've put some batteries in it, so if I press the button at the back there, hopefully this mechanism will now work with the new pin holding it all together. 1, 2, 3, and there we go, it all works. Pretty cool. So there you go, that's that repaired, and that's that repaired. What I'm going to do now is put the body shell back together. Well, give everything a quick clean up, put the body shell back on it, and then just make sure that everything works when it's all back together. This, that's pretty cool, isn't it? I got the stickers off the roof. Yes, the roof has yellowed over time, and thus there's a bit of sticker damage to it, but really I don't care, because I think that adds to the patina. Same as the gun being coloured in, I don't really care, adds to the patina, and it's already better than the one that I had when I was a kid. Some of the stickers are slightly damaged. You don't really see where I cut through them with a scalpel. The worst one is the one here under the cockpit, but that was broken before we started. Landing gear is an utter bitch to put back together again. When I rebuilt that front landing gear, I didn't quite get the angles correct, so the timing is slightly out with the gearing. So now when we fully retract it, it kind of sticks out like that. So yes, there we go. I'm not 100% happy with it, but there you go. Perfection is the enemy of good, and good enough is the enemy of humanity. Yeah, I would much prefer it to be perfect, but I should not forget I only paid 20 euros for this thing. So let me know in the comments what you think about this restoration. Is it really a restoration, or is it just a repair? I'd say it was just a repair. If you enjoyed the video, or entertained by the video, or found it in any way helpful, then please make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I shall see you on the next one.